Imagine like an AI friend reminding you to like take a break, in the middle of a crazy day.
Oh, yeah.
Or even helping you connect with a support group, even if you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
Really interesting stuff.
This whole world of AI and mental health. It's pretty fascinating to see how technology is kind of blending with like real human experience.
Yeah.
And we've got some pretty incredible stories
Yeah.
about folks using AI, to just boost their well-being.
Absolutely.
And also kind of look at the cutting edge ways this tech is like evolving.
It's changing so fast.
Super fast.
Yeah. And of course, we got to think about, the ethics
Oh, totally.
when you're dealing with this kind of personal information.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned stories about people using AI to help with their mental health.
Yeah.
What kind of things are we talking about here?
Well, think about therapy bots,
Okay.
like Wobot, for example.
Yeah.
It offers 2027 support
Wow.
based on cognitive behavioral therapy,
Oh,
CBT. And CBT has been shown to be really effective
I've heard of that.
for things like anxiety and depression.
So kind of like having a therapist in your pocket
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
at any time.
That's right. And that accessibility, it's huge,
Yeah.
especially for people who maybe they face barriers to traditional therapy,
Right.
cost or stigma,
Totally.
or just not knowing where to start.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, I've also heard about AI being used to predict mental health episodes
Uh-huh.
before they happen.
Yeah.
Is that really a thing?
It is. There's a lot of research going on
Oh, right.
around using AI to analyze data from, all sorts of sources.
Oh,
Things like social media posts, sleep patterns,
interesting.
even voice analysis to look for patterns that
Uh-huh.
might suggest, an upcoming episode.
It's almost like preventative medicine
Yeah.
for mental health
That's the hope.
to step in before a crisis even hits.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it has the potential to be super impactful,
Yeah.
especially for people with a history of mental health challenges.
Of course. But wouldn't that raise some privacy concerns?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, AI would need access to some pretty personal information
Yeah,
to make those predictions.
absolutely. You're right.
We're talking about sensitive information here.
Very sensitive.
We need to make sure people feel comfortable and safe using these technologies.
100%.
Okay, so let's dive into those real-life stories
Okay.
that you mentioned earlier. I'm curious to hear how people are using AI
Yeah.
to actually make a difference in their mental health.
So one example that comes to mind is Anna.
Okay.
She's a marketing manager who was just overwhelmed with work.
Oh, yeah. I know that feeling.
Right. She started using an AI-powered app to help her with mindfulness.
I've heard a lot about mindfulness apps.
Yeah.
But how did AI make a difference in her case?
Well, the app could learn her patterns
Okay.
and her preferences. It would send her these personalized reminders to take breaks
Oh, wow.
when, in a sense, she was getting stressed.
So it wasn't just giving generic advice.
No, not at all.
It was tailored to her.
It was. And that's what's so powerful about AI
Yeah,
in this context. It can provide that individual support.
that's amazing. Now, what about people who live in areas where access to mental health services is limited,
Yeah,
like rural areas?
absolutely. We've got another story about Jake.
Okay.
Lives in a small town where there weren't many options for mental health support.
Hmm.
And he ended up finding connection and
Hmm.
support through an AI-powered virtual group.
That's really interesting. So he was geographically isolated,
He was,
but still found a community?
right. And the AI was key in making those connections happen.
Wow.
It helped match him with people with similar experiences,
I see.
so he could relate to what he was going through.
These stories are really inspiring. It seems like AI is already making a real difference in people's lives.
It really is, and I think we're just at the beginning
Yeah,
of what's possible.
totally. But before we get too carried away,
Yeah.
let's circle back to those ethical considerations.
Of course.
I think it's important to really explore those in more depth.
Agreed. We need to be talking about data privacy,
Mm-hmm.
bias, and, the potential downsides of AI in mental health.
Right, especially since this is such sensitive information.
It is.
We need to make sure that these technologies are being used ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely. That's something we're going to keep coming back to.
So for our listeners out there, have you had any experiences with AI and mental health?
Yeah, tell us about it.
We'd love to hear your stories, whether you've used a therapy bot
A mindfulness app.
or any other AI-powered tool.
Yeah.
Share your thoughts with us using the hashtag AI Wellbeing Stories.
We'd love to hear from you. Now, before we move on,
Okay.
I want to point out some of the ways AI is being used in mental health
Okay.
beyond therapy bots and prediction.
So like what?
One area that's really taking off is personalized meditation.
Okay, and sleep management.
Exactly.
So I've heard about apps that use AI to track sleep and give suggestions. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yes. There are some incredible tools out there that can really analyze your sleep,
Uh-huh.
identify potential problems,
Oh, wow.
and then recommend strategies
Okay.
to help you sleep better.
That's fascinating.
That-
Because sleep is crucial for mental health.
It is.
So if AI can improve sleep quality,
Right.
that could have a ripple effect on overall well-being.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond tracking.
Okay.
Your sleep data can be used to personalize meditations, create calming soundscapes,
Wow.
even adjust your bedroom temperature
Great
to
name.
optimize your sleep
Wow. It's like having a sleep coach
right there in your pocket.
right in your pocket.
And then,
And then there's AI-driven fitness.
okay, now how does AI work with fitness?
So imagine a tracker
Okay,
that not only keeps tabs on your activity,
right.
but it connects that data to your mood.
Oh, interesting.
It could suggest a workout based on how you're feeling.
Oh, wow.
So if you need an energy boost,
Yeah.
it might recommend a high-intensity session.
But if you're feeling stressed,
Right.
it might suggest a calming yoga routine.
It's like personalized fitness on a whole other level.
Oh, I love that. Now, I'm also curious about AI and digital detoxing.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
We're spending so much time online,
We are.
and I feel like that can really affect mental health.
It can.
Can AI actually help us have healthier digital habits?
You know, it can. There are apps that use AI to track your screen time,
Okay.
see what apps are most distracting,
Wow.
and even give you personalized strategies
Interesting.
to reduce your usage.
So it's like having a digital wellness coach,
It is.
helping you find that balance
Exactly.
between technology and real life.
Right. And that balance is so important for good mental health.
Couldn't agree more.
We got to make sure tech is enhancing our lives,
Yeah.
not controlling them.
So true. Well, I think that's a great place to pause for now. We've covered a lot.
We have.
From therapy bots and predictive analytics
Right.
to personalized meditation and digital detoxing.
It's a lot to unpack. It is.
Yeah.
And we're just getting started on exploring the potential of AI in mental health.
Stay tuned for part 2 where we'll go even deeper.
Stay tuned.
It's like AI is giving us this whole toolkit
Yeah,
to manage our mental well-being.
you got that right.
Mm.
And it's not just about treating problems.
Right.
It's about taking care of our mental health.
Being proactive.
Proactively.
Yeah.
We've got these apps
Yeah.
that can guide us through meditation,
Right.
track our sleep,
Yeah.
even suggest workouts
Right.
based on how we're feeling.
It's amazing. It's like having a team of wellness experts
Right there with you.
all the time.
You know what's really interesting to me?
What's that?
The AI journaling apps,
Oh, yeah.
they actually analyze what you write
They do.
and help you see patterns
Mhm.
in your thoughts and your feelings.
That self-awareness is so powerful.
It is. It's like having a therapist
Yeah.
who's also a data analyst
I like that, helping you connect the dots.
between your experiences
Right. Oh,
and your mental state.
exactly.
That's empowering.
It is. Okay, but let's be real.
Okay.
All this data
Yeah,
makes you think about privacy.
it does. That's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
We need to make sure it's protected,
This information.
just personal information,
Yeah.
and used responsibly.
It's like therapist-client privilege,
Yeah.
but for algorithms.
Exactly.
We need guidelines and regulations to protect people.
It seems like we're at a crucial point
Thank God.
where AI has this amazing potential,
Uh-huh.
but we have to be careful
We do.
and address these concerns.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
all about those open and honest conversations.
This deep dive makes you think about the impact.
Big impact. The decisions we make now
Yeah.
about AI and mental health
Right.
will have huge consequences.
Yeah.
It's up to all of us
To be part of the conversation.
to shape the future.
So I'd love to hear from our listeners.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences with AI and mental health?
What are you excited about?
What are you worried about?
Share your thoughts online.
Use the hashtag AI Wellbeing Stories.
Keep this going.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to give some practical tips
Oh, good idea.
for using AI for your well-being.
There are so many options. Where do you start?
That's a great question.
Well, first things first,
Uh,
AI should not replace traditional mental health care.
So it's not about ditching your therapist?
No. Human connection is still essential.
Right.
AI can just add another layer of support.
Yeah.
So what are some good starting points?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on your needs.
Right.
But some popular options
Yeah.
are mindfulness and meditation apps.
Like Headspace or Calm.
Exactly. Those can be great for stress
Yeah.
and building resilience.
And if sleep is an issue,
Yeah.
there are wearables that can track your sleep.
And give recommendations.
And there are even apps that can connect your activity level to your mood
That's right.
and suggest workouts.
Based on how you feel.
Yeah.
Those can be amazing.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the tools that help you manage screen time.
Right.
Develop healthy digital habits. That's so important
Especially these days.
with all this stimulation.
It seems like there's a tool out there for everything.
Yeah.
The key is finding what works
And using them thoughtfully.
and remembering that AI is just one piece.
That's the puzzle.
Well said. Mental well-being.
Yeah.
It comes from a holistic approach.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot.
We have.
But before we go,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
I like it.
Imagine a future
Okay.
where AI is seamlessly integrated
Uh-huh.
into mental health care.
Okay.
What does that look like to you? What
Yeah.
excites you? What concerns you?
Wow. That's a powerful question.
It is. We're at the edge
Yeah.
of something really transformative.
Yeah.
And it's up to us
It is.
to make sure this technology
Yeah.
benefits everyone.
I couldn't have said it better myself. We're writing the next chapter.
Together?
And it could be more inclusive, more
Yeah.
accessible, more personalized than ever before.
That's what's so hopeful. It feels like AI can help us reach people
Yeah.
who might not otherwise have support, like
Extremely.
someone in a remote area
Yeah.
without access to therapists.
Or someone struggling with stigma.
Yeah,
Or maybe they just need a little extra help.
with everyday stress,
Yeah.
right? It feels like we can be more proactive
Yeah.
about our well-being with AI.
It's empowering and doing it in a way
Yeah,
that feels safe and supportive
yeah.
and really personalized.
I think that's a great point to end on. Thank you so much for joining us
It's been great.
for this deep dive into AI and mental health.
Such a fascinating topic.
A huge thank you to our listeners.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
We hope you found this episode insightful.
And empowering.
The future of mental health care is being shaped right now,
It is.
and we need to be mindful of the ethical considerations,
Absolutely.
but also embrace the possibilities of AI.
It's a powerful tool.
Let's support each other on this journey
Yes.
of mental well-being.
Until next time, take care
Take care.
and keep exploring those AI well-being stories.
We'll see you next time.